we're not just asking managers to message the change, we're asking them to model it, we're asking them to use it.
Not only are they having to do what is considered BAU for them, but they're also having to learn.
Welcome to Under the Hood, a channel where we explore how organizations really work and what drives them forward. My name is Eric, and for over 30 years, I've been an external business consultant focused on managing large-scale organizational change and improving companies' operational processes. I recently sat down with two colleagues, Coelho and Arlyne Aranda, to discuss if managing change is any different with an AI transformation versus how we traditionally lead large-scale changes. In this episode, we talk about managers. What's different about leading them through AI transformations, if anything? Coelho is Director of AI Change and Transformation at Microsoft, and Arlyne Aranda is a founder of a firm called AC Collaborative, which runs and builds some of the best change programs I've seen. Arlyne is also host of a podcast called Hey Work Mom. You should check it out. Middle managers. I know that it's always been a part of leading change. And as organizations move through AI transformations, what aspects of the middle manager role feel familiar from past transformations and what seems different?
I am happy to go. I think, managers have always been this make it or break it layer. And so that part hasn't changed when we're talking about change. But I think in traditional change, they're often the messengers and they cascade, reinforce. But with AI, we're asking them to model it, and that's a lot harder asking. I touched on it earlier. And so we're not just asking managers to message the change, we're asking them to model it, we're asking them to use it. We're asking, managers are being asked to do so much. And then, just being vulnerable and off, where are they really at with it? One thing that I've had a lot of conversations and I've seen, be a huge just needle mover when it comes to AI fluency is managers literally creating the space for their teams to use and build with AI, reprioritizing things and, tasking them and creating that space has been huge for teams that have had the opportunity. So I don't know if that gets at what you're asking, Eric, but I think they're even just like they're even more critical in this space.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with that. I mean, I've always in my career, for as long as I've been doing change, I think as any of us or whatever, I mean, I've always thought that managers were kind of the center of the universe of pretty much any transformation, any type of engagement, because they're tasked with managing up, they're tasked with managing down, they're tasked with executing. And then, oh, by the way, they're also the throat to choke when things go sideways, right? And so, I think to everything that Kate has described, with really kind of the importance of the manager layer, I'm going to also go back to, our conversation on redesign, because I think we're in a space right now where, managers now have to really kind of understand new roles that are being developed, right? I mean, before really kind of the boom of AI, they were tasked with managing and orchestrating really kind of productivity and operations for teams that they probably already built their own set of skills and expertise, right? And now there are new job categories, there's new environments, there's new ways of governing things that not only are they having to do what is considered BAU for them, but they're also having to learn, and they're also having to really kind of to really kind of feel comfortable with really kind of understanding how to navigate that while reporting any opportunities for improvement or any successes or failures, so that the organization as a whole can move along. So I think it's I think more than ever, it shines a light and puts a microscope on really kind of how do we equip managers to really be successful at that, while also supporting their own learning and their own change in this journey.
So you're saying the Starbucks cards aren't going to be enough anymore?
No, and pizza parties? No, no, probably not.
Arlyne, I love that. I just want to take that, your last line, because it's everything in a nutshell. I love it. Is, that's the question. How do we enable managers to be successful doing this?